So there were, for us in Hokianga, there were 3 kupe. The third one was a wahine. And then we get to kupe nuku. And so from kupe nuku, maya, mahu, makaro, nuku tawhiti. And nuku tawhiti brought in kupe's waka mata haurua, re-edged and renamed ngā toki mata whaurua. The companion waka was Ruanui on the Mamari, and they came into the Hokianga Harbour in mid-September 1054. How do we know that? They left the kōrero that had all the star alignments to tell us when they came into that harbour. So from Nuku Tawhiti, we have Papa Tuanuku, Papa Tahuri Iho, Papa Tahuri Ake, Mauri Uri, Mōrake Rake, Mōrake Tū, Whiro Toi, Apa, Rauriki Tahi, Kaua, Toko Te Rangirangi, Tauanuku. Tauanganga, Hekana, Paupa, Maroro, Awa Nui, Tamaki Te Rā, Puhi Moana Riki, Puhi Kaia Riki, Puhi Tani Wharau, Hau Angi, we get to Rahiri. And then from Rahiri, there's another 20-something generations down to us. And so it's a long way back in history, but for us it's short. So in this navigation kōrero here, we enter into a space of what's called, we call it te rapunga. And in that space of te rapunga, you don't know where you're going to. Hey. And you don't know what you're going to do. You don't know what you're going to see. And some people get very uncomfortable in that space. But our tupuna taught us to be comfortable in te rapunga. To stay quiet, listen, tiro tiro. Hey. And then from out of te rapunga, in that space of that rapunga, is like having the waka in a storm. So when they get into a storm, they circle, huge circles. Hey. And they might go there for days until they can look for the next phase, because you can't see anything in the storm. And the next phase is called te kitenga. And usually that's when they can see the sun, so they can reset their waka. Ne? So some of you will reset your waka. You will sail it directly into the sun. Some will sail it with the sun at their back. Some of them will sail it with the sun on the right. Some of them will sail with that sun on the left. So it depends where you want to navigate to, ne? Where you want to set your waka and where you want to go. When our tupuna came down to Hokianga, they were told, Kupe told them, stay to the left of the setting sun. And finally, that's how they come into Hokianga there. And so from there, that kitenga is your first chance of the resetting of your pathway, ne? Out of that whole big circling in that storm of te rapunga, which is where you are now, eh? Yeah. And then out of this storm, huge storm, you go and see a kitenga, and then you go out and you have a look and you say, oh, la kore take te ra wahi. And then you come back. Yeah, come back to te rapunga. Eh? Don't be frightened to come back. Come back to te rapunga. Huri haere. And then you go from te kitenga to te whainga. You say, oh, that might be worth following. So you go and pursue that path, or wherever you want to set your sight, whether it's to the right or the left of the setting sun, into the sun behind you. It's up to you. And then you set your pathway and you go out there and you say, kitenga, and that's that whainga, that pursuit of what you saw, or what you think you're going to do. And then you get out there and you say, oh, no, that's kore take tū. So you go back to te rapunga. And you might do that time and time again. Our waka sailors are brilliant at that. Hey, they don't mind getting into te rapunga because they have to. They have to have a clear direction of where they want to go. So they go to the kitenga, the whainga, the pursuit, and then when they acquire a player, you think, oh yeah, this is a good place to be. You end up at a place called what we call te whiwhinga. And then when you stay there for a little while, you're quite happy with that journey of magnet. You think, yeah, this is where I'm going to be. And then you turn into te rawenga. And te rawenga is the celebration of what you saw in te rapunga. Yeah? Because coming out of te rapunga, you come to te kitenga, te whainga, te whiwhinga, te rawenga. And there's a rawenga, it's in all our old karakia. E tohu ana koe ko te whiwhinga ko te rawenga, ke toka anu, ke toka hea, ke rino hea. It's all in our karakia. And that toka anu is like, feel the fear, but do it anyway. Yeah? Toka hea, don't allow fear to distract you from what you have to get done. In other words, don't let fear decide your direction. Ke toka anu, ke toka hea. Rino hea is a group resilience. Me tautoko te tahi ki te tahi. So that rino hea they put together is a group resilience. And in that same track here, they say in that group resilience, be careful who you put in your group. Be very careful. Yeah. And the kōrero in there says, he kōtuku, te manu e kore rawea e te kōira. To ask a professor to translate that. What it says is you don't allow, you never see a spotted kōtuku. The reason for that is they don't allow intruders into their midst. And that's the thing about that the spotted kōtuku is the one that doesn't quite fit in the group. They are dangerous. When you are on a journey and you need to go out into the ocean to trust in everyone on your waka, be careful not to take any spotted kōtuku along with you. What you need, especially in those rapunga phases, is haututu. You know the kids that we call haututu? They are brilliant in that rapunga space.
Your grandson one.
Lemon helpless when you need direction. But in that rapunga space, allow them to find that space because they are actually brilliant to find things that you will never ever see. So don't put those haututu kids down too early. It's just that when you need direction and don't put them in that space. Just leave them in that haututu space. So that's pretty much the journey of our waka journey around what Johnny's put up over here from Te Rapunga. The rapunga where you're going round and round and round.